Hi everyone, this is Piotr Kieszkowski from the Aquarium Television Definite Aquascape TV, and this is the first part of my report from ZooBotanica 2011 fair, organized in the city of Wrocław in Poland. Zoological fair ZooBotanica is usually organized in the Centennial Hall, which you see right now far away in the background. However, in 2011 the Centennial Hall was in renovation, so the fair was organized close by in the so-called EASE building. It's actually the name of the research institute which is located here. And now on the left side you can see the entrance to the fair itself. During 3 days the fair was visited by about 15,000 visitors. The booths of the aquarium companies were located on the ground floor in hall number 1. In the first part of my report I will show aquariums displayed in the center and on the left side of the hall number 1. Right after the entrance there was the booth of the Juvel company. 2 aquariums were displayed at this booth. The first one was arranged as a rather rocky layout with some cichlids from the African lake Tanganyika, but they were hiding most of the time. And the second aquarium facing the entrance to the hall was actually very similar to the planted aquarium displayed previously by Juvel at some other fairs. It was planted composition with basalt gravel and large piece of driftwood in the central part, and there was a shoal of nice black neon tetras inside. There were clumps of glossostigma planted in the substrate and in the hollows of the driftwood, and on the right side of the aquarium there was a group of Echinodorus plants. So, let's have a last look at the booth of the Juvel company. And now we go to the booth of the company Argus Aquaristica. It could be filmed only in the morning before opening the fair for the public, because afterwards, as you can see, the crowd here was too large. The main attraction for the visitors was colorful marine aquarium located on the right side of the booth. The colors here were quite unusual. There was a lot of green color here because of this numerous green macroalgae Caulerpa taxifolia. Such green leaves waving in the water current you would expect rather in freshwater planted aquarium, not in a marine aquarium, and this is why this tank was so unusual. 2 species of clownfish contrasted with the green algae. It was orange Amphipion and Ephipium and orange and white Amphipion ocellaris. Next to the large tank stood a 36 liters cube illuminated by the LED lamps. Inside there was some green macroalgae Halimeda, 1 clownfish hovering in the center of the tank and 1 blue damselfish keeping itself in the bag. There was no anemone in this aquarium, so the clownfish decided to settle over a group of zoanthid soft corals. The aquarium was located exactly on the height of the eyes of children, so the words which were most often heard here were "Look, Nemo, Nemo!" And the third aquarium at the booth of the Argus company was located on the left side. It was a freshwater planted aquarium for a change. The layout consisted mostly of driftwood and mosses, and inside there was a shoal of neon and cardinal tetras swimming close to the bottom. The booth of the company Aquacris, owned by Mr. Marian Wojtaszek, was exceptionally long this year. On the left side you can see planted aquarium in a wooden antique cabinet known very well by Polish fish keepers from other previous fairs. This is the layout, colorful composition with some red plants. Next to it stood a long and low aquarium located on a stand made of birch wood. In the past this stand served as a gate to the booth, but this year the legs of the stand were shortened, so the tank was located at the eye level of the visitors. And on the right side of the booth there were another 2 planted aquariums. Both of them stood on original wooden cabinets. The first aquarium was a classic planted tank with a wonderful tiger lotus on the right side. Yeah, this is it. Really nice and large plant. There were several longbill angelfish here, very majestic in appearance, and the left side of this aquarium was planted with a green wall of corkscrew Vallisneria. The second planted aquarium was a corner tank with an oval front glass. The main decoration here were thick pieces of driftwood with various plants surrounding the driftwood. And the fish here were also longfin angelfish, but they were just much smaller. And behind the corner tank on the right side there was a small rectangular planted aquarium stocked with some guppies and some harlequin rasboras. All these colorful, brightly illuminated aquariums standing at such a long booth were constantly attracting attention of the visitors. And finally, the last booth with aquariums in this part of the hall, this was the booth of the company named Trzmiel. On the left side of the booth there was a long tank with various varieties of Echinodorus plants, but its main attraction was a large group of various colorful guppies. And here we can also clearly see that guppies don't like to stay between plants. Almost all of them were swimming in the open water. On the right side, next to the aquarium with guppies, there was a small stand with several nano aquariums with shrimps. These aquariums were displayed by Grzegorz Nowinski. So now let's see some examples of these shrimps. This is Neocaridina heteropoda yellow neon. This is the red bee shrimp of the S-class variety V-band. This is another red bee, this time of the SS class variety double Hinomaru. And this is black bee shrimp of the class SS. Now we go to the second corner of the booth of the Trzmiel company. Here we have a small cube aquarium planted with clumps of Microzorum fern. This aquarium was stocked with fish called Orysias vovore. This species was discovered a few years ago in Indonesia. These fish grow to about 3 centimeters of body length, and they also breed quite easily in captivity, so actually they may become really popular in the fish keeping hobby. Anyway, the main attraction at the booth of the Trzmiel company was this large bluish illuminated marine aquarium. The corals here were in a very good condition, with polyps extended and waving in the water current. There were about 20 fish swimming in this aquarium. This fish with blue and yellow stripes is a surgeon fish Acanthurus lineatus, and this slightly bluish fish is a unicorn fish Nasolituratus. Another highlight here was a fragment of the Poraitis heart coral, inhabited by various colorful Christmas tree worms. And this bright yellow bush is the coral Goniopora. The upper part of the tank was occupied by a group of several small but very active clownfish. And so, this is the end of the first part of my report about the fair ZooBotanica 2011 organized in Wrocław. In the second part I will present aquariums displayed on the right side of the hall, aquariums arranged by various companies and fish keepers clubs. In the third part I will show the exhibition of the African cichlids. And in the last part I will show the shrimp championship organized during the fair. Okay, so stay tuned for next episodes, and for now, thank you for your attention. This was Piotr Kieszkowski from the Aquarium Television Definite Aquascape TV.